Hey everyone, welcome to our latest RuneScape live stream. I'm Mod Huli, and we're here to have some Ninja Natter today, catching up with the Ninja team on all things Ninja and giving you a little look at what's coming in the future. As I said, I'm Mod Huli, and with me are the amazing Mod Breezy
Hello.
and Mod Shogun.
Hello.
Now, just before we get into things and we kind of talk to the people that matter, I'm just going to run through a few things just to let you know some things that are going on. The first thing is, if you saw in our Monday news post, we talked about Prime Gaming. There has been some technical difficulties that have delayed the launch of our 7-day free membership for linking your account to Prime Gaming. We are hoping to have this resolved within the week, and we'll keep you posted as soon as we have any more information on that. So if you didn't catch that news, I just want to make sure you had it. We also had some awesome releases this week. We had our big tentpole kind of an update of the month with Effigy Incubator, a brand new monthly D&D where you'll venture into Karapak's lab to create your very own effigies. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've actually spent all my monthly resets on it, so here you go, well, my one monthly reset on it. And then we also had the new and improved Penguin Hide and Seek, which has new KGP agents to find, including that 007 who hasn't popped up for me, and I want that blue casket drop, and new rewards as well with the shop. And if you're looking to channel your inner Chuck this week, you can join the PBJ to spy on some penguins through a very special Instagram live stream that we're actually going to do. It's at 11 a.m. game time on Thursday, and we're going to be up at Edinburgh Zoo. Mod JD is going to be hosting, and we're partnering with them on a bunch of awesome stuff around the Penguins launch to celebrate. So if you want more information, if you're interested in even winning an adoption pack for a penguin, head on over to This Week in RuneScape. We've got all the information there for you now. So that's the news bulletin for everyone. So, Breezy, Shogun, how's it going with both of you on the Ninja team?
Yeah, it's going good. We're here today to show off some exciting stuff. So hopefully,
Yeah, I know. If
look nice.
for some Reddit folks may have heard little rumbles of this before, we did a little kind of reach out on this one, right? So
Yeah.
it should be interesting. For those people who don't know, Breezy, Shogun, what do you actually do on the Ninja team yourselves?
I'm one of the QA for the Ninja team, one of two. So we go through the content that the devs create and we test it and make sure that it's all clean for release.
I'm one of the devs then, one of four. So yeah, I make the updates of the magic.
The update magic. So speaking of the update magic, actually, Shogun, what's the focus been for the Ninja team lately? Like, you still powering through the dojo? What's going on the Ninja side of the fence these days?
Oh yeah, the dev powering through the dojo. There's so many suggestions going on. It's hard to keep up to all of them, even though we've closed it down for now. There's still so many to go through. We have with DXB changes, broadcasts, crystal keys, all that stuff. We're from Dojo, so still working through it. And as with Up the Magic, we are working on something magical as well.
See, we didn't even plan that segue, and I'm like so impressed, Shogun. Keep them coming. This is great. So, Breezy, Shogun, just before we get into kind of talking a bit about like how we figure everything out on the Ninja side and kind of measure our impact, what's your favorite update been so far personally? Like, if you had to pick a Ninja strike, what was your favorite so far?
Oh, I think for me, either like one of the earliest ones we've done with the like Charming Imp drop cleaner interfaces, where we reworked some of that, or some of the Stone Spirit changes that we did months ago, because there's something that I really wanted to do for a long time.
What are you, Shogun?
Oh, it's not the one we're working on now. Actually, I'd say it's my favorite. So I can't really tell you what it is, but that's definitely my favorite.
That's a less direct or more direct segue. Building up the hype train here. I think we're gonna have to deliver on this. It's gonna be great. By the way, just for the record, mine's definitely the GE one. I don't know that like the GE kind of being super snappy and instantly responding to my really bad offers that I have to constantly edit is like my favorite thing. So thank you. So one of the things we want to talk about today, actually, we talk about a lot about what Ninja does, and obviously you see that in Ninja Strikes. You've seen it through things like the PAG Strike, which was super cool, where we either through the dojo or PAGs, or for what you're saying online, we kind of use that to inform Ninja, right? But then, like, what defines success for Ninja from your perspectives? How do you know that something you've done has actually been valuable?
There's quite a few ways that we go through it as a team. One of the ways is seeing just how how happy everyone is with the change and how everyone's interacting with it. So if we see a lot of chat on social media in game, we've got various tools to pull what people are talking about. It might be certain buzzwords and whatnot that we see, or even if we see more suggestions of the same kind come through the Ninja Dojo or Discord or Twitter, whatever it may be. We know that we're doing, or we know that we're going down the right path.
Another way is looking at the dojo stuff. You're seeing if more dojo sessions coming in of the same thing that we just fixed, or if they're themed towards anything specific. If you see that there's a large reduction of suggestions for the thing we fixed, we did well at least.
Yeah, and I mean also on top of that, we also have like various bits of data that come through our analytics team, and it will show us different things from like how many items there are in game, or how much a piece of content has seen in engagement. So if there's a spike in engagement, or that like levels out over time or whatever, or if we see an increased amount of items or a decreased amount of items, depending on what the update is. That's usually a good indicator of people interacting with the content as well.
You actually mentioned data there. I know you've brought along some graphs to demonstrate some of the ways Ninja look at impact to kind of show that off. Full disclosure for anyone watching, we haven't obviously included numbers on these. We don't usually include numbers on things like this we share, but hopefully they'll illustrate what we're talking about and show the impact in a way that's meaningful. So fingers crossed that you can understand what we're trying to demonstrate here. So Breezy, do you want to run us through some of these graphs?
Yeah, I mean it's well titled there, and this is all about Crystal Keys, which was our most recent Ninja update a few weeks back. And as you can see, the sharp decline there in both green and orange. So orange, the delta is the total change in any given day, and the fact that it's such a huge spike shows like how many items went out the game, as in people were using them. So to see that drop on both the green and the orange is insane. And obviously you don't have context of the numbers and whatnot, and we do, but yeah, it was a great thing to see in a few days after the update itself.
Yeah, I mean that orange spike downwards is dramatic. If you can't see it, it's right on the edge.
Yeah, I mean
but it is dramatic. All right, what's the next one you got to show us?
I think this next one is okay for fetch caskets. So this one we did a couple of strikes back. And we improved the way that fetch casket scrolls came into the game. So previously they were only available through clue scrolls, and then some of the suggestions that we saw come in from the dojo, and I believe the PAG as well. I believe it was actually part of the PAG strike, was that players can't make fetch casket scrolls. So we made that a thing, and then as you can see on that sort of second bump up near the right there, is how many scrolls came into the game. So that was people creating them from pouches, and again you see quite a sharp rise, and it's still rising to this day, and the same with the delta as well. It's there's still a really good increase of scrolls coming into the game. People are making them and whatnot for using them for clues. Yeah, and next up we've got Shattered Worlds. Can I just check by the way that I'm not frozen, because everyone seems a bit still right now. Okay, well I hear more children laugh,
Is
so...
Huli moving?
Okay. Huli is not.
I think Huli's yeah, I think he's gone.
Okay. Okay, I'll just continue for now. And yeah, this is the Shattered Worlds engagement. So this is the player count. So this was, I think, like the third Ninja update we did. I think it was back in March, or actually that's incorrect. I think it was might have been just before Archaeology released, or just after. As you can see there, again, like a huge spike of players going into play Shattered Worlds. And I think that was helped a little bit by Archaeology that came out at the time. People wanted to get levels and whatnot on their perks and weapons. So we saw quite a lot of players go to Shattered Worlds to get those easy intervention gains. But yeah, that's it for the data, I think. guess we're still
Um,
missing Huli.
Yeah, so
So we,
I'll just segue across, right? So the Dojo now, where we get all this information from, all these wonderful suggestions stuff like that. This is have to do it right. We can't give you a reopening date at the moment. We are working through all the suggestions as far as we can. Especially thank you to Carrie and Kalaya, who's doing an amazing job at working through them. But there's a lot of them going on. Oh, Huli's back.
I'm back.
So we skip.
I knew this would happen,
over
by
your
the way.
part.
We're trying to sort my setup out. It is notoriously bad for doing this, and it's survived a few streams, and now it's struck when I'm hosting one, so thanks for bearing me.
But yeah, we're also working on ways to finding out the better suggestions in the Dojo and trying to fast lane them a bit more to get them out faster to you guys. So yeah, it's an ongoing process that we're working on. So hopefully we'll be able to give you a better answer at a future date.
It's also worth mentioning that when it does come back, it will receive a new look of paint, so it will look different and hopefully be a lot bit nicer to use as well.
Yeah, thanks for sharing everything as well. Like, I hope one of the things we're trying to do is show you a little bit more of the kind of the different sides of the coin in terms of how the teams work and things that we use to tell what's going on. This is just the first step on, giving you a bit of insight into the kind of graphs and the impact. I think the Shattered Worlds one is super cool, personally, that we showed. I didn't get to see it because I was offline, but I know what it looks like. But now that we've kind of talked about looking at the impact of things, I think it's time to talk about the future, isn't it?
It definitely is, yeah.
All right,
Sounds
well,
good.
Breezy,
I guess we
Shogun,
should.
work your magic. There you go. I can segue too.
Oh,
Yeah, so coming up next with Ninja, we've got the Lunar Spells Strike. And that, if everything goes well, it's coming on Monday. It's currently with the RC team. They're doing testing on it right now, so as long as it doesn't get pulled for any reason, it will be with you guys on Monday. And we've got a few videos and whatnot to share today. And we're actually sharing some of the new stuff we've done with it. So we've done a bit of quality of life, and we've also done some new stuff with it. We're not sharing much of the quality of life, but we are sharing some of the new stuff we've done with it, which is quite exciting.
Just to confirm, this is new spells, right, for the spellbook?
These are new spells for the spellbook. Yeah.
Going above and beyond,
the first
I
one
love it.
Yeah, the first one we have coming up is the Fire Urns spell. If we can get the video up for that one. This spell essentially does what it says on the tin. It fires decorated and infernal urns straight from a on-fire state into a no-rune state. And it does it at a pretty fast rate. I believe it's 1 urn every tick. And it gives you the same amount of crafting XP that you'd expect if you were to use this on a pottery oven as well. So it's quite nice. If you're at the crafting guild or whatever, you may be able to use take a magic pouch, put in some runes, and carry this with you. As you can see up there, it takes 5 water runes, 5 earth runes, 10 fire runes, and 1 astral rune for every single urn. You can obviously negate some of the costs there if you use something like a fire staff or water staff, whatever you choose to do. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
It's super cool.
that's one of the spells.
This is a question. Does this work with the artisan skill outfit, Breezy?
Yeah. You'll get I believe it's 5 or 6% extra XP when you're using the artisan's crafting outfit as well. And this also contributes to things like daily challenges as well. So if you've got an Earns daily challenge, you can just quickly knock one out there.
Nice. Rad. So that's one of the brand new spells, but I hear we have a few more in our pocket.
We do.
Oh, we do. We have telekinetic grind, which is basically lets you grind an inventory full of stuff up to 6 items with 1 spell. This can be quite useful when you're like grinding mud runes, for example. You can grind 6 in one go, so it should speed up your grinding a considerable amount at least. As you can see in the GIF, you grind whatever you have in your inventory and you get it done. It also works with like certain quest items like the black mushroom to make black ink for archaeology. So it should help you speed up the grind a bit.
Yeah, super nice for
Speeding
mud
up the
runes especially.
grind.
Yep, indeed. Gotta
Yeah.
get the puns in as
Mud
much
runes
as possible, right?
For things like overloads, a lot of people need mud runes, and sometimes that can be a bit of a time-consuming process. So to have a space instantly do 60 at once is quite nice.
The next spell, I guess, which is, do you want to do this one, Bracy? I'll do the next one.
Yeah, sure thing. This is the Trap Telekinesis spell. So with this one, essentially you can use it on box traps, Marsamol plants, electrified traps, and turtle traps. And what you can do is essentially you click on the spell itself or use your keybinds, and then click on a trap that has been either captured or triggered but failed. And it will collect whatever resources from it and then redeploy it straight away. So as you can see in the video right here, it's essentially a really nice sort of smooth way of doing Hunter, which I've been told by moderator, who was the one who is the dev on this, that it's also quite nice to use on mobile. Yeah. This also works, as you'll see on this video as well. It also works with the Hunter outfit and the Hunter cape, the Actwee stick and whatnot as well. So you'll get all your boosts from that as well. And as you'll see in a second here, it also gives you the pet if you're lucky enough. Unlike me, of course, who has to use a rotten potato.
I'm back, by the way. Hopefully good.
Bye.
Like whatever that.
Right, and then we have the
was.
fourth spell. We have the fourth spell, which is Sift Soil. It basically lets you screen your soil from anywhere at a much faster rate than at a screening station. You will do, depending on if you have elite outfit not on you, you will do 1 tick faster than the screening station. So you can get it down to 1 tick per soil. You will have the benefit of you get every resource from the soil instead of just from the actual location like the auto screener does. They bring with you, and you will get artifacts. You will get everything. It works exactly like the screening station, but portable and faster.
I'm actually really excited about this as well because I was just saying it's our first arch spell or any sort of kind of thing related to archaeology outside of the actual release of archaeology itself, correct?
Yeah. So far, I think
no,
so.
the quest had an update to it at least.
Yeah,
oh, true. Yeah, we have the quest
mentioned
reward, which I always have to have in my inventory.
You take with you.
Yeah, upgraded.
Helps with your position.
Extra measures.
Yeah. The nice thing about this is, as Mod Shogun briefly touched on as well, it's at a base, it's the same speed as using the screening station with the outfit. But if you have the elite outfit, this is actually faster than the screening station right now, where it will do 1 soil per tick. So it's once this comes out, it'll be the fastest method in game of screening soil. And as you can see on the video as well, it works with things like Porter, Brace of the Elves, and it takes directly from your soul box as well, if you've got anything in there.
Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think we also have one more surprise that isn't technically a spell, right?
It's not technically a spell, no. These are teletabs. As you'll see, we're in our player-owned house. We're about to use a lectern here. And you can now create teletabs or teleport tablets for the Lunar Spellbook teleport spells. These aren't for the group teleport spells, but the group teleport spells all have a regular spell counterpart anyway. So, yeah, these are nice. You can only make them if you meet the requirements, which is a quest, and depending on this, the teleport, things like Livid Farm. But they are tradable from player to player on the GE, but you still will need to meet the requirements to use them as well. So if I haven't done the quest or Livid Farm, I can't use the teleport tablet, even if I bought it off of the GE from someone else.
Well, I think that answers some of the questions we've seen coming in. Speaking of questions, obviously we're showing these new skills. Please keep the questions coming in. We have people in the chat grabbing your questions for us to answer, which is how we're going to kind of round out the stream. So keep the questions coming in about all these. It's super awesome. But so just to recap, we've shown, fire urns, telekinetic grind, trap telekinesis, sift soil as new spells, and then obviously the new teletabs. So these are just the new elements of the update, right? And beyond that, we're saving a bunch of quality of life and hidden gems for what people are going to find out on Monday, right?
Yeah, I can reveal one quality of life thing that we've been working quite a long bit on, which is the remote farming spell. Has had a substantial quality of life improvements on it, so hopefully you'll enjoy this as well.
I just immediately looked at the chat just to see how that changed because I had to see it. So that's awesome. So thanks for all the questions in the chat. We've got some here, so I'm going to pass to the team. So let's see what we can talk about. Relating to fire urns, Excess Mana asks, can it be used near a crafter to save urns or for bonus XP?
I don't believe
it will work
can.
near the crafter. It should do. It goes through the normal firing urns code, so it should work near a crafter to save urns as well. So
Awesome.
Make it lucky.
By the way, chat. Obviously, we'll do our best to answer the questions. If there's any questions we don't have an answer to on the spot, we'll try and get them kind of rounded up and see if we can get some answers found out for you. So if we don't have an answer for you here, I'm sure these two have got it more than covered, but we will kind of follow up with any way we can't get answers to. Open Your Mind asks, is this going to be added to the Livid Farm for completionist cape requirements?
No, none of these new spells are put on things like Livid Farm or whatnot. You only need the Lunar Diplomacy spell, quest, to unlock and use them.
Speaking of unlocking and being able to use the spells, what are the requirements for the grind spell? Asks Crazen Echo.
Ooh. I can't remember.
It's a hard thing to ask on the spot, I am aware.
Yeah, it's. I know that the fire urn is 82, I think it is, and trap telekinesis is like 97, 98. So it's somewhere between those two levels. You'll find the rest of the spells.
Yeah,
I mean that's a decent range to tell people, actually.
Yeah, it's low 90s or high 80s, basically. Might be 87.
It's also worth mentioning that for the telekinetic crush spell, you'll need the herbal requirement or quest requirement for whatever you're trying to crush with it. So if you need a herbal level for something like Swamp Tar and Guam, you'll need to meet that requirement.
Regarding the traps, Llama says moo. We're probably the best related spell question. Does it work with turtles?
Yeah. Again, it works with box traps, turtles, Marsumma plants, which is for Jadinkos, and electrified box traps, which you can get from Invention.
Brilliant. And we confirmed earlier it does combine with the Hunter Cape, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Cool. That's another question we had in. Will we need to do more Livid Farm Sonority spells? I think we kind of covered that. And there's a lot of questions actually being passed along around Livid Farm, Livid Points. Livid Farm, Livid Points have no relation to anything we've shown today in terms of requirements, right?
None.
Yep. Brilliant.
There will be, if you need to make the teletabs, if you need to make a teletab that from a spell that you gain from Livid Farm, you will need to have done the Livid Farm, of course, but the new spells have nothing to do with Livid Farm.
Luden0906 asks, any update to combat lunar scale spells, or is it just teletabs? That feels like it's venturing into spoiling what could or could not be in Monday, am I right?
Yeah, I don't know if we answer that really.
Yeah, we'll leave it elusive.
There's various quality of life.
I don't know why I have to do this when I talk about elusiveness, but here we go. Magic. Will these teletabs... Oh, sorry. This Emo Trasher says, will these teletabs have an item like Dave's Spellbook to combine them?
They do not at the moment. But if we see in the future that there's an ask for it or somewhere somewhat of a reward space, we can put something like that in. Then yeah, definitely.
I mean, that'll probably be a great thing for when the dojo reopens to start thinking about, right? dropping stuff in
Yeah.
there. Obviously, when we talk about the dojo is obviously a big part of what we do, and especially with the ninja team. But I think I can speak for a lot of the Jagex development team. A lot of us JMods are out there reading. Obviously, you've got the community team out there reading as well. So there's lots of places where you can say these things and they'll have an impact. But the dojo is like that direct line that always think about. It's a great place to drop things. And it will be reopening in the future once we implement some new improvements. There's some mentions of a lag with Spellbook swap and some kind of FPS or screen freezing issues. Is that something that's been addressed as part of this? Is that something that we're looking at from a ninja perspective?
Oh, I can't remember if we. I know we were talking about it, but I can't remember if we actually fixed it or not. I don't have the screen open on what we haven't done. So
this is the time I do this.
I remember
is
it was being discussed. Yeah,
we definitely didn't.
I remember it being discussed at least.
So it's on the team's radar either way. It's something that we've heard the feedback on, right?
Yes, definitely.
Perfect. I'm trying to see if we've got any more questions. This is going to be quite a short stream, actually. We powered through that. I was expecting these videos and us to be talking about everything, but chat was just getting excited, which is like the best thing I think we could ask for. Is there anything you either want to say about what we showed, or any questions that you feel like you've seen that we haven't caught yet?
I haven't really been keeping an eye on the chat, to be honest, so I don't really have any.
Tough, right?
On the spellbook swap stuff, we did discuss it at the start of the strike when we came to designing it and planning what we were going to do. Unfortunately, like, the work to do it is quite heavy, and it would have meant not doing a lot of the quality of life and whatnot that we set out to do for this update. So it's definitely on our radar, as we said earlier. It just requires a lot more than we can contribute to one single thing right now.
For sure. Okay, well, I have one more question here from I'm Going Down. What was the cost of the firing urn spell, if you know it off the top of your head? And does it do it to a whole inventory, or is it a rune cost for every urn?
It's one set of runes per urn. So I think it was 5 water, 5 earth, 10 fire, and 1 astral. I might be wrong, but you can go back and check the video afterwards. And that's per urn. So using something like a fire staff is probably a good idea.
Panic fire runes. Cool. Okay, well, I think we are going to use that as an opportunity to wrap things up. We know you have a few questions. There's going to be a lot of those questions answered in the Monday update when we talk about everything else that's coming in as part of this lunar strike. Hopefully you were really excited about what you saw today. There's new things as well as quality of life improvements coming from the ninja team here. In terms of what we're looking like, if we look forward, some of you may have noticed there's some sort of suspicious creature hanging out at Prif Bank. So make sure you go check them out. We're also partnering with Edinburgh Zoo, as we talked about, to do some amazing penguin stuffs around to kind of celebrate the release of our new and updated Penguin Hide and Seek. So don't miss the live stream on Thursday on Instagram, where we're kind of going to do something fun there with Mod JD. And then if you want to win a penguin adoption pack, head on over to This Week in RuneScape. There's a ton of information in there. And that's not the only streams we'll have this week. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be sitting down, hopefully without the crashes, with Mod Warden for kind of our first ever JMod Tea Break, as we're calling it. It's just going to be a new series of streams just to bring you closer to people, JMods throughout the team, and kind of get you closer to what they do and who they are as people. So don't miss that. And then even more, way more importantly, it's almost time for us to talk about the finalist announcements for the 10th annual Golden Gnome Awards. I'm super excited about this. Don't miss it. It's 3 p.m. game time on Friday, and that will be on twitch.tv/Jagex rather than twitch.tv/RuneScape. So make sure you head on over there at 3 p.m. More details are available in This Week in RuneScape. Otherwise, thank you so much. If we see any questions pop up, we'll do our best to answer them on Reddit and Twitter, wherever you live. But other than that, thank you from all of us, and we'll see you next time.